Hey everybody, welcome back to the Awesome Lindsay channel. So I was given these two pairs of shoes and I thought I would photograph them first before I tried them on and just see if I can make a mock shoe ad. So I'm not sure which one's the cooler of the brands. I like the side profile on this one because I like the tone on tone, that little lighter stripe down here. But on these ones, I like how there's a bold orange stripe on the bottom of the sole. So I might use these ones as the ones to shoot. I might shoot both of them, but right now I think I'll use these ones. So I'm thinking maybe an angle, something like this, where you can see a little bit of the side of the shoe and a little bit of that orange stripe, and then try and get some of that tread to light up. So let's try it. All right, so here's where I'm at in the journey for holding up the shoe. I think I'm gonna use one of these Manfrotto travel light stands. They are a little bit flimsier, but if you're not extending them all the way, they're not too bad. And especially for holding a shoe, I think it'll be just fine. And the reason I'm using this is, number one, I really like how low profile this is, so I can spread the legs out really far, and then I can put the weight of the shoe over this leg and then put it behind the box here. And then I can also put a sandbag on that if I want to. And then there's not an angled brace here getting in the way like these ones. So I'm liking this for that use. I also like how there's a 3/8 thread on the baby pin here. And that works well with this because this end of the magic arm has a 3/8 inch female adapter, and there's only the 3/8 inch on here. Most stands have the 1/4-20s. I like that better, but anyway, so this has the 3/8 here, and then there's a 1/4-20 on this end, so it allows me to keep this end free to use a 1/4-20 item if I need another type of adapter or something like that. But for now, what I'm going to do is clamp the shoe on with this Manfrotto clamp. These things are insanely useful. I'm trying not to clamp it super tight that I wrinkle or damage the shoe, because I do want to wear these later on. So I'm going to clamp it tight enough so that it doesn't move around too much while I'm shooting, because that's the worst, or not the worst thing can happen, but it really sucks when you're shooting and your product is not stable and maybe the air blows it or something like that. You don't want it to move once you get it set. So this will allow me to clamp it tight enough that it won't move, and then I can position it on this magic arm here. I probably should have gotten the shoe set first before I put all this junk up, but you live, you learn, right? Okay, all that moving I was talking about saying I don't want, I may have to reconsider because this thing definitely wobbles quite a bit. So maybe it's just I need to move the arm closer or something, so we're gonna figure something out. Okay, I bent the arm back just a little bit more, tried to scoot the shoe itself closer to the stand. There's still a little bit of wobble in it, but that helps quite a bit. Okay, this is about where the angle will be. I just turned on Lightroom turned on Live View in Lightroom, and then perfected the angle that I liked. So we've got it about right here. And then this is a lot more stable because after perfecting this angle, I've got the arm, or actually the shoe, right up next to the stand. So it's a lot more stable than it was. And now it's time to set some lights up. try and light this from the back and then fill in the front with maybe some small mirrors or things like that. So what I'm seeing when I light it from the back is this weird little bump here, just a crease in the fabric in the shoe. So I'm going to try and just wad up a plastic bag and throw that in here to just kind of round out the side of the shoe a little bit. All right, so this rounds it out just a little bit more. I'll probably move this light back just a little bit because I don't want that hot spot right there on the front, but I do want to light up these orange parts of the laces, so we're going to move this light a little bit. So I'm liking this one a little bit better. It's lighting up the shoe a little bit more. So I have all these random mirror cards. I got these from like another shoot. When you've been photographing for a while and you're on different shoots, you're actually able to kind of start seeing what things you might be able to use in future shoots. So I have a lot of random things that I've just collected over the years, and these are one of them. These work great. I think you could probably just pick these up at like some sort of arts and crafts store. They're just mirrored squares, but these are great for reflecting light back up onto a subject. So that's what I'm doing here. If you can see on these little magic arms I've got, these little bendy arms, I've got them clipped in here, and I'm just reflecting some of that main light back up onto the shoe. This allows me to just kind of highlight different areas on the shoe that I want to kind of call attention to. All right, so I don't know how much this camera is picking up, but what I have going on here is I have this Super Flags white bounce card. This is just reflecting a whole bunch of that top light back up onto the bottom of the shoe, just lighting up the shoe. And then what I'm doing is using these cards, and the cool thing about them is you can kind of bend them a little bit and then adjust them however you want. So I'm using these. Hopefully you can see right here. You can kind of see that I'm bouncing some light back up onto the sole of the shoe to just kind of highlight that tread a little bit more. So what I have going on right now is I have this card right here. It's a mirrored card pointing just on the tip of the shoe. I have this card right here. This is highlighting just this little logo. I wonder if I can show it to you. It's highlighting just this little logo right here. And then I have, again, the white bounce card reflecting the main light back up onto the sole of the shoe. I have another one of these, actually two of these little cards here. These two are bouncing and reflecting on those little gray lines and some of the tread of the shoe here, which you can actually see right there. That's that circle of light is highlighting that. And then this little bounce card right here is bent a little bit, propped up on a lens cap, and that is highlighting the backside tread of the shoe. So when we come over and look at the Lightroom preview, it's a little bit blown out on this camera. Maybe I can try and make it darker. Anyway, what I'm seeing right here is on the front of the shoe is a little bit dark, so I think I want to add some sort of card or something to lighten this up, or add a rim light over here. Again, I could actually just, I like how this is looking, so I could probably just move one of these cards and composite it together, which I may do because I'm running out of little stand or card holder bendy arms. But what I want to try and do first is get it in camera. So I'm going to try and add something on this side, because otherwise I think the image is looking just how I want. I think this is looking a little dark here, but that's because of the mirror I have over here. It's making that look a little too bright, so I might have to just fix that in Photoshop. We shall see, but let's see what we can do about lighting this little area up first. Okay, just moving that back a little bit here might solve a lot of problems because it seems to connect the tip of the shoe and then wrap around to the start of the sole. And then these two on the bottom here can light up the lines and then some of the tread. If you look at the before and the after, that actually seemed to fix a lot of my problems. And I like it a lot more where it's at. So the other thing I'm looking at is the bottom edge of the shoe. I may need to add a little bit of light, a rim light or something on there, just to light that up a little bit.